So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know right now, I'm looking for a man that's gonna allow me to be in my soft. This is what you got me coming to right now.
The thing is with this, I pay all the bills by myself. Now I got a woman that moves in. It's not like I'm signing up for this burden. She's gonna take something off me, or I don't want her. She's gonna buy the detergent or whatever she do with her little money. So I mean, it might be petty,
but a lot of women don't even believe
Right,
that.
right,
You have
right,
a
right.
joint card. They're going shopping. It's still coming out
I'll
of your
take care.
account.
So that's my issue. If I'm paying all the bills and I get a woman and she come in this house and now her life has changed, she has no bills. She should want to make my life easier. And if she's not about that, she's not the woman for me.
You're describing probably as a traditional marriage isn't even traditional, probably, and that's how far we've gotten from traditional marriages. Like, for example, I hear a lot of women say, "Oh, the men used to pay all the bills, the men used to provide." The men were also the only ones who could get jobs at one point. You know, they weren't competing in the marketplace with women. I hear the men say, and then at the same time, you know, the same women that are saying that, they're not virgins. They drink alcohol. They have jobs. You know, so it's like marriage was created at a time where only men worked. Women were virgins. They were given in marriage by their fathers who were home and present. Women are giving themselves in marriage today. There are so many weddings that happen where there's no father even walking the daughter down the aisle. But then we're making this the point that marriage is somehow still traditional. And what we're doing is we're it's kind of like a little fixer upper. Like we're constantly slapping on new things to marriage to adjust it and make it work to the world that it's in now. But if you were to take the average marriage today and present it to the people in the past when marriage was more traditional, they would even consider those marriages to be horrible. They would look at these marriages like, what? Your wife is disrespecting you. Your husband is a bum. Like there would be so many their standards then were entirely different than the standards now, simply because of the society we live in.
Now, you know they ain't ready for that conversation because that conversation nullifies everything they require of men nowadays. But let's get into it. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rome, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So, I got a video for you guys. It's a little bit of more like a compilation of a few videos that I've come across of women who are trying to explain to other women to be a little bit more realistic. Now, I was happy to come across these because it lets me know that not all women are living in Delulu land. However, I would argue that the women that I'm going to show you are, from what I can tell, seems to be the minority. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Please don't let the internet distract you from the fact that there are people out here living regular lives with brown cabinets and white appliances and a beat up car and an iPhone 12. Please don't get caught up in social media that you forget that that is normal. It is not normal for a 21-year-old to live in a high rise with white marble countertops and stainless steel appliances paying $2,000 plus a month in rent. It's not normal for a 21-year-old to drive a brand new Benz off the lot with no help. That ain't normal, okay? It's okay to go to the thrift store. It's okay to shop on Shein. It's okay to get a good sale, a good deal. My grandma taught me don't ever buy nothing unless it's on sale. And I don't. I've driven the same car my entire life. It is a beat up 2014 Toyota with over 200,000 miles on it. And I ain't got no car note, and I ain't getting one no time soon. Do you hear me? Please don't upgrade your phone just because they dropped a new one. I just got a new phone, but that's because I ain't paid for it. I've been on my grandparents' phone bill since I have had a phone. And I don't want to ever pay it. My apartment that I just moved into, it's got carpet, it's got white appliances, but my rent is under $1,100 after my utilities. Thank you. And you know what I can do with that money instead of having white marble counters and sitting at home staring at them? I can go on vacation. I can put it in my high yield savings account. I can put it into my daughter's college fund. Girl, you better learn how to find you a good sale and what to do with it. Okay. Don't let these people in the world have you delusional thinking that this is what I'm supposed to have at this age and this is what it's supposed to look like and this is what my home's supposed to look like. No, if it makes you happy, then that's fine. My last apartment before this one, it was not fully furnished until a whole year after. You spending $1,000 on some McQueens and you don't even have $1,000 to pay your rent. That's not stewarding your money well, Bookie. Go get a job and clock in like a normal person. Okay. God will make a way for your business, but when the time is right, the Lord will make it happen. Is the scripture, if I recall correctly. The Bible instructs us to steward our belongings well, because if He can trust us over the few, He will trust us to rule over the many. So be encouraged today, girl. There are people out here living regular lives, even if they got 300-something thousand followers on TikTok like me, boo. I promise. I think people need to start having realistic expectations when they're dating. And that's the problem with society these days, is that you all like to keep up with the Joneses. Okay, y'all like to keep up with the Joneses, but you're being so unrealistic about your dating life. For instance, a woman is expecting a man to make six figures. A lot of people don't make six figures. Do you know what today's economy is like? Do you think that every man you walk across, the man that could be your potential husband, is going to necessarily make six figures? Y'all be saying money buys happiness. In reality, it's just convenient for someone to have money, but doesn't necessarily mean that you're fucking happy. And before people come in here and be like, oh, you're being a pick. No, I'm not. I'm being fucking realistic. And don't be like, oh, you're single. Just because I'm single doesn't mean that I don't have boundaries that I expect from somebody. None of which are financial. It's all about respect. You all have to stop putting finances at the top for like a reason why you're not going to be with somebody. Because let me tell you something. For all you know, you could be building that person up that you're with, this man who has these plans and ideas, and two brains are better than one. And having someone that's supporting and that's loving, just because he doesn't make that amount of money yet, it's possible, but it doesn't mean he can't show the same type of love and do certain things for you. You just have to be more realistic. Stop expecting every single man you come across to give you money. Stop expecting every single man you come across to take you on a date for $300, $400. Like, come on now. This economy is trash. Go to Waffle House. I love Waffle House. I will go to Waffle House on first date. And y'all are gonna call me a pick me. I don't care. I'm not being a pick me. I'm just being fucking realistic. Try it.
Yeah, it's really sad to see that a woman just being realistic is being called a pick me nowadays. That doesn't make any kind of damn sense. I tell you. But you know what? I've heard women say that it's better off to live in their own delusional bubble than live in reality. Matter of fact, I believe it was Glorilla, the rapper, who said that. And y'all know women love following her, so that right there tells you everything you need to know. Let's keep it moving.
Husband and I make $179,000 annually, and here's how we split up our finances. The highest priority expense for us is our mortgage, which our loan has about $165,000 left to pay off. Our mortgage payment every month is just over $2,000, and we split that 50-50.
Now she goes on to explain that basically they damn near split all the bills down the middle, outside of like grocery and stuff, because her husband travels and stuff for work, so she's mostly at the house, and they don't have a joint account yet. And boy, you look in those comments, specifically the white women are just lost and confused. They're like, "What the fuck do you mean? That's our money to one account." Now, I didn't see too many black women in those comments confused. The few that I did see, they were like, "Oh, that sounds cool." Now, despite TikTok, black women actually will go 50-50 with you, and black women will go to work. Black women don't mind going to make their own money, because a lot of black women were told, like, hey, you always want to have your own. You always want to get your own. You need to be interdependent with the man you actually find. But black women usually don't have an issue with that. When you actually find one outside of the means of social media and TikTok mush for brains. Because one thing a black woman gonna do is go get that money. But them pale, thin lip reptilians, boy, they in them comments and they are confused. Like, what do you mean you guys don't have one account? What do you mean? And I'm like, because now me and my wife, right? We just made a joint account like this year, actually. And see, the thing is, when you're a man that has his own and you're a woman that has her own, and y'all come together, it's usually a lot easier just to keep things separate. You know what I'm saying? And you just kind of dictate who's gonna pay what. You still have a sense of independence. You don't have to ask someone everything or come to that person for every little thing. You know what I'm saying? And it just makes things a lot more smoother. Now, though, that has to make communication and things of that nature and actually having to come to one another, but it gives you a level of self-sufficiency, right? Because I don't want to have to come to my wife and tell her, hey, honey, I'm going to McDonald's. I'm going to use the account. I don't want to have to do that. Nor does my wife want to come to me and be like, honey, I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to use the account. So the only time, like, she has her account, I have my account, and now we have a joint account. But prior to that, it was, hey, I'm gonna pay the mortgage, da, 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 da. You pay your car note. Like, it just gives you a level of independence in the relationship to keep things, because we're still human, right? And plus, I don't want to have to, like, especially with auto pays and things of that nature, I don't feel like changing my accounts. I just don't. Nor did she. I don't want to get new cards. I didn't want to do and go and change all my accounts to a new card. I don't like that. So it's just easier to keep them separate. And they're confused because women, they like to control their men. Just don't let social media fool you. They pull the fleece over your eyes, you know. They trick you. But in reality, they love to control white men. They be having their foot on them white men's necks. That's the point. Again, go back to my video about military spouses and the dependents. And that'll give you insight about what them women be doing to them men. It's a reason why their unaliving rates are so high. And it's because they're nagging wives. Nagging wives who usually don't bring any income into the house. But anyway, shout out to her and her husband. That people always want to get, try to pass off, what might work for people and be like, well, if it works for you, no, there's a general level of things that works. And you might want to try that.
But you know what? He does have a good point, man, because I would imagine that would probably be a lot of hassle, especially, because I know a lot of people, including myself, use auto pay because you don't want to have to constantly remind yourself to pay bills on time when you can just set it and it just takes it out automatically and you don't have to worry about it. And to sit over here and have to turn around and switch everything over from another account, yeah, I can imagine that'd be a hassle, including have to run by every time you using the card because y'all have a joint account. Yeah, that just sounds like annoying. That just sounds very annoying and unnecessary. So, yeah, I don't really see the whole fuss about that. It actually sounds more convenient just to keep things separate, in my opinion. But let's keep it moving.
Please stop spending your money on these women, taking them on dates, buying them gifts, trying to impress them. They don't like you, okay? And it's a terrible financial mistake. Let me show you why. Let's start by saying that this concept should be very well understood by everyone, okay? I'm just going to show you mathematically why it's an awful decision. So we're just going to start off with literally a basic relationship plane, all right? So right here, this is the line that shows what a woman will expect from you, what she will try to make you do to win her over or spend time with her, have access to her in any regard, okay? And yes, it is downward sloping. This one means attraction level, how much the woman likes you. That could be sexually, romantically, anything that is driving her to want to have access to you, okay? So obviously, attraction level and expectation, they have an opposite relationship, right? Inverse relationship. So the more a woman is attracted to you, the less she will expect from you. So, okay, maybe you didn't buy her the perfect gift that she wanted, but she's just happy you thought about her at all, okay? Or maybe, you didn't spend $200 on that date like social media says you're supposed to. You only spent $50, but really she's just happy to be there, okay? So, conversely, the less a woman is attracted to you, the more she will be expecting from you, okay? In her head, she's thinking, why am I even entertaining you when I have bills, things to do, friends, places to be, etc., right? So in her head, to compensate for her time, she needs something that's greater than what she would have done with it otherwise, because she don't really like you. Okay. And this right here is the fair exchange point. And I will argue this is the point where neither party is really that into each other, but they're equally just enough into each other that they would like date, do fun stuff, but it probably won't lead anywhere.
too far, okay? But otherwise, these lines meet up with other lines and they're going to make utility curves and the whole nine, which we will get to in part 2 and part 3. But right now, just focus on this basic concept because I will draw the same thing out for what it looks like when a man likes a woman more or less, etc., right? And how those come together to kind of show how a man will treat a woman in any given scenario.
Ladies, I want to say something to y'all. I was listening to this podcast, and there were 3 beautiful women on the stage, and they were having a conversation about what a man should have in order to talk to them. What is considered to be an insult if a man sends them over X amount of dollars for lunch, and just basically demanding that a man has all of these things in order to talk to them. Ladies, let me put you onto something. Women who understands the assignment and know how to do it, women who are accustomed to dealing with a certain type of man, they would never have those type of conversations because they don't have to. Having those types of conversations is almost like insulting to everything that we stand for. We are just not out here demanding or even speaking on what a man gotta have in order to date us, be with us, or talk to us. Now let me tell you why we don't have to have these type of conversations. When we meet a man, especially when we like a man and we're interested in that man, we're trying to figure out the areas that that man is lacking in. How could we come into that man's life and make his life easier? What purpose were we sent to serve in that man's life? Once that man realizes what he got on his hands, he's going to have a conversation with himself. He is going to sit himself down and tell himself, that woman, I got to take care of her. So we don't ever have to run around demanding a man to do anything. We don't have to sit on stages and discuss what we expect from a man, how much money a man has to have. You see how that would make us look and sound? Women who understand the assignment move like they understand it. You do the work, they do the work, everybody is satisfied and happy. But see, the problem is y'all think y'all looks is doing the work. You think your body is doing the work. Looks and bodies is everywhere, roaming everywhere. At this point, I'm tired of seeing them. Ladies, some of y'all don't have no brains. Half of y'all don't even know how to satisfy a man in the bedroom. You're not coming to make this man life easier, no way, shape, or form, yet your requirements is through the roof. It's even scary for me as a woman hearing y'all have these conversations. I'm like, my God, who raised them? Can't be the women that raised me. Because the women that raised me, they were taken care of by their men up until the day they died for simply doing one thing, taking care of home and being a servant.
Yeah, but see, the servant part is probably gonna rub women the wrong way. Any words like servant and submitting and submissive, words like that triggers the very women that you're talking about, man. They're not gonna like that one. Like, I've done videos ad nauseum about women acting like men, like we don't deserve anything. If anything, it seems to be the complete opposite. Today's women seem to have an attitude like men are supposed to be subservient to them, which I find really funny because another complaint that they have is that men lack leadership. When in reality, I think one of the reasons why they think the leadership is so absent is because y'all really don't want leaders. I keep telling y'all on this channel all the time, they don't really want leaders. They just want you to pay for everything and then give you the illusion of it being leadership. Let's keep it moving.
You need to have $300,000 saved in order to get married nowadays? No, don't take it from me. Listen to this. Listen.
At minimum, a man should have 300,000 US.
Shut that weak shit up. Hell no.
The other 50,000 going on part of your new family house. Another 50,000 furnishes that new family house. Another 50,000.
You can't be serious.
First 6 months of your new marriage, and another 100,000 goes into this team.
You're a trick. So this man, hold on. Do you guys understand how hard it is to save $300,000? The average American, right, doesn't even have up to $5,000 in their savings account. And now Buddy said you need $300,000 minimum. He's a fucking bozo in order to get married, right? Now, what blew my shit was this. Imagine I saved $300,000. He said just up 50,000 and give it to you. No, you gotta be serious. He said up 50,000 and give it to your new bride. Bitch, fuck you. I barely like you, right? Well, my man should be able to give me $50,000 if I'm gonna be his wife. Bitch, you're a weak ass 7 with a BBL. You're just a broke bitch living. What the fuck? Huh? You're not even all natural. Oh, hell no. That's not even the worst of what Buddy said. He said if you want to be a part of the big baller crew, you need to have $1 million to $3 million before you even talk to a girl. Roll the clip. Here comes the big leagues. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck, you think he signed to Big Baller Brand and them? Hell no. You think the average man, even above average man, has $1 million to $3 million saved up just sitting on it? Bro, shut your weak ass up. See, a lot of people are taking advice from these lame ass tricks. He's a trick. The only people I know that are sitting on $1 million to $3 million, not making, sitting on it, saved, are ball players, established rappers, and successful business owners. Like, they've been in business for 10 plus years, sitting on that to spend. And you're telling people that are trying to get married around 20 to 30, you should have $1 million to $3 million saved up. How do we figure out how this man can take an elevator to hell?
Sadly, there's men out there looking for ladies that can go 50-50. Those men, I look at them as just men by word, not real men. You know, if she has money, let her keep it. Maybe she wants to donate. Maybe she wants to help her mother or her father. It's your job as a man and your job as a female to allow the men to take care of you. A relationship is 50-50.
Again, look at all these dudes who say this type of shit and don't be having no wife. Man ain't got no wife. He old as hell with no wife. So how that 50-50, 100% provider man working out for him? That's number one. Number two, ladies, that port strike that's going on right now, right now, you got a bunch of provider men sitting out right now. Bunch of men out there with good paying jobs and good benefits sitting out there right now in one place, and all y'all can go find one. They right there, they waiting on y'all. I don't see none of y'all out there. They be like, where the good men at? Where the provider men at? Where the men with the money and the benefits? They out there right now striking. Go get you one. Since y'all worried about provider men and they be on them ships and at them ports for so long, you know what I'm saying? They want a woman that's going to sit at the house and just take care of the house. Go get you a provider man. They out there right now. I don't want to hear no excuses. No excuse. Go get you a provider man. They out there at the ports. They striking right now. Go get you one, lady. Then y'all ain't got to worry about none of this bullshit. Let's see how bad y'all really want one now. Then we can stop listening to the dudes with the Beijing in their beards, okay? They can get off the internet. Go get y'all some provider men. They at the ports.
Yo. Now, hey, yo, but just to update though, I did hear that they ended the strikes, but supposedly it's temporary. But hopefully they get that whole strike thing with the port situated. But I'm really getting sick and tired of these men pandering. Oh, 50-50, I don't think those are real men. Okay, sir, you literally just shitted on most men. I don't like, do guys like him and Yada realize that y'all are literally shitting on most men in this world when y'all talk like this? Every restaurant you've gone to, every time you went to a mechanic and got like any kind of service you've ever had done, whether it was food, car, whatever the case may be, these are everyday, average, hard-working, blue-collar people. And I'm sorry, bruh. It's like, as somebody who made my channel specifically for this group of people, because we keep having these elitist-ass conversations, which is why I seem to be harping on this topic all the fucking time. Guys like that really get under my fucking skin, bro, because it's like, damn, some of y'all sound just as delusional as the women. But that makes sense because that's who y'all pander to, that's who y'all audience is, and that's how y'all make y'all money. But I find that interesting. Said that man don't have a wife, and then the ones that do pander to women and have wives, they got these checkered ass paths like Yada Yada, who I just did a video recently, and being exposed to putting his hands on his wife. Right, but y'all over here worshiping him just because he telling y'all what y'all want to hear. Can't make it up. Let's keep it moving.
So this young lady is 53 years old, over a half a century old. And she just told them on this podcast that she wants a man to come in and take over her financial burdens. She wants a partner, a best friend. She doesn't want a poor man. Ma'am, at 53 years old, if you haven't found the man of your dreams yet, you need to take what you can get. I'm sorry, the store's about to close. Y'all ever been in a grocery store or a department store and they come over to the speaker and say, Target will be closing in 10 minutes. Please gather your final purchases and come to the front. That's where you are in life, ma'am. The store is closing. You are over a half a century old, and you're making demands like you are 25 or 23, not 53. And this delusion is what's hurting the dating market. If she got a man who was stable and who makes $60,000 or $70,000 a year, it will certainly make her life better. It will certainly make her life easier. But oh, no. He's not good enough. I need a multi-millionaire at 53. Come on, man. Get up out of here, man. If you want to see the whole video, it's in the description.
If you need my income to get this house for us, we don't supposed to have this house.
Why? Because you're not going to live in it?
No, hear me out. I'll put my income on the line, but as a man, you are the leader. You're supposed to provide. That means you already coming in the door above your means if you need all of my pockets.
No. It's about the bank. You got to remember.
No, that's different. Like on paper.
No, that's what I'm saying. So
that's different.
So here's my thing, right? If we are trying to get this house, we can get a double the size house if both our incomes are on there. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of who pays the bills, this, that, and the other, we're going for both of ours. So I'm trying to figure out, why are you saying yours not coming into play?
If that's the game plan, you the leader. I'm following you, baby. Take my W-2.
So your income is coming into play.
But you're paying that mortgage. It's not coming out of my pocket.
So what you gonna be doing? So what you gonna be doing with? If I'm paying those bills, what are you gonna be doing with your money?
You paying everything else.
Me being me, everything else investing. But here's the thing, right? When I say like I am a wife, let's say for instance my income, I don't care if it's $2,000 a month. I will come to my husband. You paying the bills, babe. What we gonna do with this money that I'm bringing in? I'm not bringing it to the table for you to go F it off so you can go trick off with Keisha, Tish. If you need my income.
With all due respect, that woman sound like she was talking in circles. Like she didn't. Ma'am, it sounds to me like you really don't want to contribute to the bills, but you realize that you looked kind of stupid throughout that conversation, so you tried to backpedal on what you were standing on. That's how that sounded. But I tell you, bro, this generation is cooked. To sit over here and say they're living above their means, but if you add what you're bringing, they would be just fine. But I guarantee you, she would be the same chick that would be like, if that man said, okay, well, if that's the case, then let's downsize then. She'll probably be the Same woman that will be giving pushback like, no, you just need to make more money. See, I'm like, otherwise, why would you even say some shit like that? See what I'm saying? Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's what the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.